you a closer look at this voice amplifier. This is useful for whatever things you can possibly think of for amplification of your voice. And it's pretty simple and straightforward and works pretty well. Okay, so here it is, the amplifier itself. So this is wired, not wireless. You've got the little amplification box right here where your sound comes out, and attached you have your headgear with the microphone. So, and this microphone doesn't disconnect to hold, so it's all connected to the headgear piece. So if you wanted to be holding it rather than wearing it on your head, you would just need to be holding it with this on here. So there are some that, like, the microphone will disconnect. This one stays right on there, but it is comfortable and sits nicely on the head. This is really flexible, so you can bend this out to wherever you'd like. If you want, like, the mic a little bit closer, if you want to move it away farther from your mouth. So it just sits nicely onto the head. And then here's the box itself. So it's got an on-off switch right here. So let's go ahead and turn it on and give you an example here of the sound that you get. So you just keep turning it to get your highest volume. You can turn it down lower to be quieter. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the highest volume here. And then wherever you're at, there's a clip on the back. So you can clip this onto your pants, onto a belt loop, or wherever to hold it. You could have it sitting on a table if you're standing still and need a little amplification. So what I mainly use this for, I am a barre and Pilates instructor, and so sometimes I'm teaching a place that doesn't have a sound system, and so I like to put my music really loud, but it is a lot of effort to call out all those cues really loud. So it's nice to be a little bit amplified, and I have done wireless ones with a speaker. This seems to pump out a louder sound than that, so I'll just clip it onto me. I do wish that it came with some kind of belt that it nestled in kind of nicely to keep it on there. So it's a little bit more secure than just this clip, which can slide off if you're moving. If you're standing still, the clip is definitely sufficient. But if you're moving around and doing, physical activities, then it's a little bit harder to hold on there. But it definitely works, and I do sometimes I'll put on like a sports belt and clip it on there that is a little bit more secure than just being on my workout pants. So there are definitely workarounds, and this is not long enough like to sit down on the floor and just be standing with. It needs to be like seated on a table or clipped onto you. So let's take a look at this cord here. Oh, I won't get that close to the mic because it'll squeak like that. It is braided, as you can see. So that means that you're less likely to like crack your cord or something just when it has that coating on top there. So it's nice that it's braided there, especially because it needs to be plugged in. So you want a plug that is going to last you. And so this one is good quality. So in addition, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off for a minute. So in addition to right here, we have your plug for your microphone. You can plug that in. You can also use this as a small speaker, so you have an auxiliary plug right here. Now you can plug in, last night I was playing music through this and speaking through it. So you can plug that in and be able to use both lines at the same time to be talking with music coming out. You also have a TF card slot that you go ahead and put in there, and it will just automatically adjust. You just plug in the things or put it in there and it'll work. You also have an antenna on here as well. And you've got a USB plug, your charging cable. So here's your charger right here, plugs directly into a wall outlet, and just plugs in right there. So all the buttons and everything you need are just on here, and as you can see, it works pretty well. Just turn that dial and flip it on, and you've got some nice amplification abilities. It puts out a good sound, and you can play music through it and talk at the same time, so you don't have to choose one or the other. You can use the microphone as well as using the TF or the auxiliary cable in here to play your music. Taking a closer look at those buttons, you've got your antenna, your power and volume dial, your TF card slot, your audio input where you can plug in an auxiliary cable, and your microphone input. And you also have a USB jack, and that little red button right there, when you plug it in to charge, it will glow red while it's charging, and that light will go off when it's fully charged. Now switching to look at the buttons on the side, you have your play, pause, FM button. So you can play and pause, and the FM has the function of switching your source. So you can go back and forth between USB, TF, and your SD card or line in. You also have your next or volume up, your previous or volume down, your repeat, and you also have the power interface here where your charging cable plugs in. And that has been your closer look at this voice amplifier that is rechargeable and does not need to be plugged into the wall to use.